Good morning, everyone. Welcome back on Daily Crypto Plan. It's Tuesday. Uh, you know that every Tuesday we open the live streams and everything for the public, for everyone. But because it's Daily Crypto Plan, let's start with daily chart. Let's review what we have on higher time frame, and then let's see what we have on lower time frame, and maybe we will frame some setups. But first of all, let's take a look at this one. I know it's Tuesday. I know everyone is looking at Monday high, Monday low. Usually, yeah, we can be aggressive with those levels. But look what we have in the New York session. I don't think we'll have too many setups until we'll have that report. So I think we should wait for the report at the beginning of the New York session, and then we can think about low time frame setups. That being said, let's go on daily and let's see what we have. CME chart, nothing special, people. Yesterday we discussed the fact that we are creating a gap. Is still a gap here? Yes. We didn't close above that level, so the gap is open. It's still open gap. We can even do something like this. Yeah, this is a gap. When we'll close the gap, I don't know. We can dump a bit more. We can retest 38.2 today. We can go even at the lows here, 80k, maybe even lower. On daily, I don't see the strength. I don't see the bounce. I don't see anything special. I need more details. On lower time frame, I saw something, but on daily, look at it. We gapped lower and that's it. We are at 78.6. Shark level, okay. We bounced last time. We are at 38.2 from the entire range. I don't see the strength for the moment. So be extra careful. Maybe after the news, we'll have something else. Okay, so that's CME. No bounce, no nothing. I don't see anything special on the indicators. They're just following the price action. Now, let's take a look at the other template. Well, you can see. If we consider this up beginning of an uptrend, look at it. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Well, we broke that trend line. We are on the other side of the trend line. Maybe on 4-hour chart we can even EM out. That's not the best scenario we want. Remember that we discussed we have W's, but look at this ugly so-called EM on daily. I think yesterday I was talking about this one. Well, it's still there, people. It's still ugly. Morning, Andre. Okay, Ethereum. A bit stronger, just a bit stronger than Bitcoin, but nothing special. We are still holding this trend line, okay? I appreciate that, but do I have a daily setup here? No. We are getting back in the long reload zone if you consider this low, the bounce, okay? We are getting in the long reload zone. Show me a W. Show me at least a 3-bar fractal on daily, which probably will be a 4-hour W. Then we can talk about. But here, if Bitcoin will keep dumping, I think Ethereum will follow. Will accept below to 8, and then I can dollar cost average again. So I don't see too much bullishness in the market on higher time frame. That doesn't mean on lower time frame we cannot scalp, but daily chart, I just don't see it. Okay, let's take a look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Well, I don't like this pattern here. What this pattern is telling us? It's not an inverse, it is not a head and shoulder here. This shoulder is higher, okay. But could this be an ugly M? Well, unfortunately, yes. Well, why? Well, because we have, let's put a dump chaser zone. We have, yeah, there you go. So we have a bounce more than 33%. It's 38, almost 50%. So yeah, it's ugly, but it's a valid EM there. Not the best scenario. Let's hope that this support will hold, will make a W, and then we can continue higher. It's still possible, but we have to acknowledge, we have to see this EM here. Okay? Doesn't look too great. It's that simple. Now, dominance. Dominance is exactly in the same place like yesterday. Still below 60%. Still holding really nice. I like it. When Bitcoin will stop dumping, I think we have a chance for altcoins to outperform. But let's wait a little bit more. Yes, on daily, we discussed yesterday in the weekly crypto review. We'll talk about again here. We are in a short reload zone. We are fucking around at 78.6. Weekly uptrend. Yeah, you can see the trend line here. Really important one. Fighting at this level. I recommend you to short here, not without a clear setup. We can push higher in the end of the year up 7,000, maybe even higher. Yeah, it's possible, even probable. But overall, what do we have here? We have a range on daily, and we are at the top of the range. Either we wait for an SFU, either I think it's hard to find long setups here. Short setups, yeah, depending on what kind of trader you are, I think it's possible. You can see we are trying to close the gap we made overnight, huh? Because we closed the market here and we opened all the way up there. That was a gap. Now it's closing that gap. Gold. Finally, it's doing something here. Not an EM, nothing special. I don't see a setup on daily. I told you here, if it doesn't make a EM and breakdown and a retest, it looks strong. Let's respect that. I still don't have a setup or short setup on gold. And for a long, it's too late for me. Silver. Well, silver is stronger. It's still pushing higher. Well, nothing bad about this one. I'm still here, people. I'll speak about this trade until I'll take my profit off. When I'll take my profit off, I'll say, well, that's it. That was the trade on silver. So far, it's more than 10 hours in profit. Holding tight. Total market cap fighting $3 trillion. As yesterday, total 3. We can see a bit different from yesterday. Yesterday I was hunting for W's. Now I'm hoping that the market is not aiming out. We have a nice location indeed, but no W, people. No W. We can dump more? Yes, possible. Okay, so that's the overview. Not too many things to say. Similar like yesterday. A bit uglier than yesterday. Sunday, in all the chats on Discord, I posted a message. Be extra careful. Bitcoin looks like wants to dump, looks ugly. Be extra careful. Well, some people ignored my advice and they longed everything they could. They are not happy campers now, that's for sure. Everyone is trying to outsmart the market, showing me some patterns on the market. Well, people, I'll explain for everyone. A pattern in the market doesn't equal a setup. Yeah? Setup has specific rules, repeatable every time you can hunt in the market, clear rules that you know that will give you an advantage. A pattern in the market could appear at any point in time. Doesn't matter what pattern you have. Some patterns will appear in specific places, and from a pattern you can make a setup and you have to wait for that pattern, and from that pattern you will get your setup. Possible. But a pattern doesn't equal a setup. So stop posting patterns and tell me, well, you'll take this trade. Why the fuck I should take a trade without a setup? I'm saying now that I'm not trading anything because I don't have a setup. I'll wait. And half an hour later I get 3 messages. Paul, you'll take this one, but you'll take this one. Do you have a setup? Well, look at this. Well, that's a pattern, it's not a setup. Yeah, but people, I'm not here to babysit anyone anymore. I babysit a lot of people in the bear market. So either you learn, either you put AI to work. If I'll tell you, well, you have a setup or you have a pattern, and you ask me what's the difference, that's a problem. You can ask AI, you can ask another your friends. I don't have to answer all your questions because you are too lazy to do your own diligence. Come on. You want to be a successful trader, put some time and effort, be consistent, and try to do something. Babysitting is not an option. Even if I'll babysit you, you'll not become a trader. If you don't learn to be consistent and find your information and learn in the proper way, you don't stand a chance. So I prefer not to babysit anyone. Okay, so total 3. Different from yesterday. Now we are hoping not to aim out and going down. Well, we'll probably do, and we'll retest this week low, and we'll see at 78.6 what will happen. I don't see a W. I don't see why I should be more aggressive on altcoins. You'll see on lower time frame we don't have any W. The market pushed even lower, so no W, no trade for me. Okay, that's the overview. Let's go on lower time frame. What do we wait every Tuesday? Well, we wait for Monday high, Monday low, so we have the Monday range. Well, this is the Monday range on Ethereum. This is the Monday range on Bitcoin. Now you can see I have the Monday range now for 3 weeks. 2 weeks ago, last week, and this week. This was a fake out with this W? Most probably. Why I consider this one a fake out and I didn't touch it? Well, because we didn't retest that Monday. That Monday low is still there, untouched. So, like I said earlier, be extra careful what you play before the news in the New York session. I'll say it again. Be extra careful what you play, what setup you play, because non-farm payrolls, building permits, housing starts, they are important news. And they could move the market. Why the fuck I should go and be aggressive before the news when I know that the news could destroy my setup? Yeah, the setup is there on the chart. Yeah, the setup could be there. I could see it with my eyes. I could see the conditions for the setup. But actually, because we have the news, the setup doesn't have the advantage I want. It's there. But the percentage, the win rate is not there. The risk reward is not there. Yeah? So I want to be extra careful. I want to stay on the sidelines until then. Exactly like in the weekend. You see the setup, but it's not working. Why? Well, actually, technical analysis works, but the fundamental news move the market. Okay? Technical analysis works best when you don't have fundamental news. When you have fundamental news, you stay the fuck out and wait for those news, and then you analyze the market. Why? Because you have more information in the chart, and you should wait for the news and then to find your setups. Even if we are technical traders, we are using TA, we are using charts, we have to acknowledge that the fundamentals are moving the market. Simple as that. Okay, so what I'm waiting here now? Well, we can bounce here. Look at these 2 candles here. Yes, we can. We can also dump here and then to pump. Yes. I could frame a setup if I'll see a Monday low breakdown and then a retest and kind of an SFU of this level. Yes, that could be a setup I'll play with 0.5 this time because we have news in the New York. So if the market will come and test this level, will break down, and then we'll retest, or we'll reclaim back above that level and close back above, okay, then I'll play a setup with 0.5. Simple as that. If the market will pump, let's say we'll say, well, we are not dumping, we are pumping straight up here. I'll do the same with the Monday high. In the middle of the range, I don't want to do anything. Simple. So I'll play with 0.5 Monday low SFU. I'll play with 0.5 a Monday high SFU. In the middle, I don't want to take any trade. This W I don't consider valid because we didn't touch this this level. Could be a trap, probably is a trap. We have news. It's above the Monday low, so I don't want to take it. Even if it will perform, I don't want to be in that trade. I don't see the advantage. Okay? So that's my play on Bitcoin on lower time frame. Similar for Ethereum. What do we had new for Ethereum? Well, for Ethereum, we had that Monday was swept. And on 5-minute chart, I think we got an entry, no? Yeah, perfect entry. You managed to get risk-free. Get risk-free and stay the fuck out if we'll stop you out. We can SFU 1, 2, 3. I think we should wait. If we'll fail this one, we can go a lot deeper. Let's wait for the news. Ethereum is a bit stronger indeed, but still not good enough for me. Let's go back on 1 hour. If you remember in the New York session, and one sunny day, I posted this AB equals CD, and I said I'll take this setup. Well, people, finally, I closed the trade here because Friday I didn't want to keep it on the weekend, but look at it. AB, CD, hit the target perfectly. Huh? So, our setup with each in couple one work? Yeah, and they work really nice. But you have to be the guy that will respect the setup, that will take the setups. With proper risk management. Look at this one. This is a 9-to-1. I exit here just because it was Friday and I said I don't want to have a scalp over the weekend. I just don't want to have it. And then we did another, what here? AB, CD, another CD here. We'll do another one? Possible. Could be a trap here. Yeah, we are already in a big long reload zone. Maybe it's better to wait and not to play another short. I don't think it's a good idea from now on to play a short. I'll see a lot of people, well, I'm shorting Ethereum, I'm shorting Bitcoin. Now, where the fuck are you here? Everyone was bullish here. Or even here. Now you are thinking short? Good luck. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, that's Ethereum. I'll play Ethereum. Honestly, I want a clear W here. Because, first dump on Bitcoin, altcoins hold really nicely. Second dump on Bitcoin, altcoins shit the bed. So if Bitcoin will dump once more, I am assuming that Ethereum will dump even more. So I don't want to play a setup. Why the fuck you are asking me, wise guy? Why my voice is looking similar with another guy from TikTok? I don't even have TikTok. Not my problem. So many people in this world that my voice maybe is similar with other voice. Aster on 1 hour. Well, look what happened. We shit the bed here. I said dollar cost average. It's 80 cents a good level to dollar cost average? Yes, it is. Could the market dump even more? Yes, it could. I'll buy even more at lower levels? Yes, I'll do. Simple as that. I don't see a setup. You can see we consolidated. It was kind of obvious because they had the third part of the airdrop live yesterday, and people will panic and they'll sell. But that's a buying opportunity for a holder, for a guy that is trying to play the long run. And if CZ is dollar cost averaging, I'll do the same. Simple as that. Don't tell me how bad Aster is, how well never succeed. I don't fucking care. I'll put my money slow and steady. If this one will die, I don't know, I'll lose 4% from my entire portfolio. Will sting, indeed, it's a big chunk of my portfolio, but I'll be okay. Don't worry about it. I'm not a financial advisor on the same time, so don't copy me. Do whatever you want. Ask your financial advisor. Call him and tell him what I should do. Yeah? and do what he says. Don't follow me because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a stupid guy on YouTube blabbing away about what I'm doing with my own money. My voice looks similar with a guy from TikTok, so another reason not to trust me. Anyway, let's zoom out on 4-hour chart. Take a look at the altcoins. We still have a position. This one is still active underwater. Looks stronger than the rest, but still not the best. This one is over. Why I have it with green, I don't know. This one is over. I deleted the trade. Trader. This one is still in. Ugly. Yeah, okay, we cannot complain here because we made money on this pump. We made nice money. This setup, we could hit the stop loss, and I cannot complain here. I'm still in the trade. I still have a little bit from this one. I took this one. If it will fail, well, okay, so be it. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of them. No W, no trade. Nice location, but no W, no trade. And I could do the same over and over again. I can see we are losing some lows. The market is going lower. For higher time frame people, for little old lady guys, I think it's an opportunity here. But little old lady, they have a different approach. They will buy without stop loss. They will buy a small amount, 1% from their portfolio at this in this area, and they will sell half on a double. It's a different risk management approach. If you don't know it, sorry. I'll teach you the little lady in Capo 1 a little bit. Capo 1 is about making to make you a swing trader, not an investor, but we'll teach you how to invest also. No new lows, ugly volatility, no setup. This one looks nice. Yeah? This one doesn't look bad here. Something is up. Look at the OBV. Oh, pay attention on this one. You want to take this one? This one looks like wants to deploy, wants to pump. Will succeed? Well, I don't have a way how to know if will succeed or not. If Bitcoin will stop dumping, probably this one will be the first one to pump. You can chase it with Holy Grail on 5, 15, half an hour, 1 hour. Probably. 1 hour, I don't think so, but lower, yes. You can take this entire range as a window of risk. Entry at 8 cents, stop loss at 5.6. Kind of big window of risk, but it's possible. No W, no trade. Dumping. Well, this one looks a bit different. We dumped and we are pumping. We retested that W. That was a clear W. Look at it. W breakout, retest, and to the moon. Okay. If you are in the trade, okay. If you are not, don't chase it here because it's not a good idea. Trust, no W, no trade. Dumping even more on Xan. No W, no trade. Usual. Plasma, dumping even more. I'm still dollar cost averaging on this one. Slow and steady. When I'll reach my max, I'll just stop and that's it. And then I'll leave with the results. Okay. No. Lower lows. Monad, we discussed it. I don't see any W. I don't think it's a good idea to chase it here. If you want to dollar cost average Monad at 2 cents, I don't think it's a bad idea. Don't get me wrong. You can start dollar cost averaging Monad here. I don't see a setup. That doesn't mean you cannot get a position for the long run. If you treat Monad like you treat Aster, I don't have anything against you. Aya was delisted. No setup here. No setup here. No setup. No setup. I scanned the market a little bit earlier. I didn't saw anything special. No. Let's wait after the New York news. Maybe it will change. Until tomorrow we can have some nice W's. Bless is looking interesting here. Blue AI, making new lows, no 4-hour W. We can create one in a couple of days, yes. Well, this one is dumping. We had a setup. The setup is done. We are out now. I could wait for an LJ here. You can see the trend line. You can see we are on the right side of the trend line. Give me a 4-hour W. That will be nice. Go AI is trying to do something. Is preparing for something. Long consolidation and trying to pump. Pay attention. I'm not saying to touch this one or not to touch it. Could be the next AYA and they will delist it. Possible. They will pump once more. I discussed yesterday. Yeah, it's also possible. So if you take a position, assume that. Put your position size thinking about delisting. Yeah? Don't put too much. No setup, nothing here. What happens here? We are pumping. Pump and dump. No 4-hour W. Nothing I can do there. Well, we have something here. No W. This is not a W. Slightly lower lows. Wait for a W. At least we have something. No. Looks interesting, this one. Let's zoom out a little bit. Well, location is acceptable. Maybe we should wait for another W. Maybe. No. Not too many setups, people. By the way, today Stefan will do the day trading with Stefan. And how much time after I'll close, Stefan? I'll close in 5 minutes. I don't think I'll keep this live stream more than that. XPin is looking interesting here. You can see? Small window of risk. Some volume here probably. Yeah. So pay attention on XPin. Let's put it at would be something. No. And back on Aster. So overall, not too many setups. Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know. I'll play Bitcoin on 1 hour if I'll see the Monday low swept. If not, I'm not touching it. Ethereum. Maybe we'll create an inverse head and shoulder. Maybe, just maybe, we'll hold the Monday low. I don't have a setup for the moment. I think it's dangerous to play anything. Let's just wait and see what will happen. If I'll see setups, people, I'll post. It's not necessary to post in general chat or in premium chat or in VIP chat. Tag Paul or Stefan. You have a setup. After half an hour, another guy. You have a setup. Man, that's why we have the community, to post our setups. If it's not 1 minute scalp and I don't have the proper time to post that in the real time to benefit you, the 5 minute, the 50 minute, 1 hour, the 4 hour, we usually post. We don't need someone to ask us about the setups. Sometimes I'm so stupid that I'm posting first and putting the order, and I got front run and some shitcoins, some small ones. The community is big enough. Some people have a lot of money and they all front run me. When I'll see small shitcoins and I'll see setups on those shitcoins, I'll try to outsmart them. So I'll post at the entry after I got my entry. I'll just tag them and I'll say, well, I entered here. Otherwise, I'll be left behind. Okay. So that's my my overview. That's my thinking on the lower time frame. Shitcoins on DEX screener, well, nothing special on them. They are just doing as usual. Twitter, well, not too many people are reposting these days. Look at it. Come on, people. We have 40, 50 people here and 15 reposts. Anyway. Calendar. We talked about, we have news today, we have news tomorrow, we have news Thursday, we have news Friday. That could keep us with some volatility in the market, could move the market up and down. But in the same time, news means to stay the fuck out close to the news, to be extra careful. Okay. You are trying to watch the live stream? Well, why are you trying to watch? They are recorded. You can watch them at any point in time you want. They are not only in the live stream. You can watch them later. Okay. Anything else? Let's see the chat. Maybe I missed something. If my voice is similar to someone else, I don't care. So that's not a real question. Sorry. Solana 1 hour double. Let's take a look. Solana 1 hour double. Solana. Where is the W? Do you see any W? Well, that's not Solana. USDT. Why I don't get the Solana here? The price action is the same. You can see. No W. That's an M here. So, no. We have support here at 125 indeed. Look at OBV. Everyone is talking about Solana. Solana has some, I don't know, some events. You think it's wise to buy Solana at the event or exactly after the event? What usually happens after the event? Remember Jupiter with their cat and everything. What happened with Jupiter after the event or in the event? What the team did when why the fuck they created that event, that promo? For you to make money? You think it's different for Solana? You remember when Solana was posted in all the stadiums and what happened with Solana then? You don't remember? You don't have a journal? Well, that's a problem if you don't have a journal and you don't know what usually happens in the events or after the event. They are the team, the smart guys, the people that help that event will sell the shit out of it. They want to sell to the public. I'm not game over. No, I have a lot of Solana. I have too much Solana on spot. But it will take some time. I'm looking at 1 hour chart. 4 hour chart, I think, looks similar. Huh? It's a range here. I want to short Solana here. No. Look at it. We have a nice location. Will be a good level. You remember where I bought Solana last time? Where we bought Solana last time, people? Where I said, I'll buy Solana. People that are here from some time. Here we bought Solana. And this fucking W. At $100. I was yelling here, well, I'm buying Solana. Could go lower, yes, but I'm buying. It's a good level. We are getting back in that area. I'll buy more. Well, my problem is I didn't sold enough here. I bought at 100 and I didn't sold enough at 200. That was a mistake from my part. So I'll buy, maybe I'll buy a little bit, maybe not. I don't know, at 100. But it's not game over for Solana. Why should be game over? Is Solana broken? Is dead? The price is moving down. They have an event. They will sell. Yeah, but short term. Higher time frame, I don't think it's a good level to buy if you don't have enough at 100. Okay. Well, let's see the rest of the questions. I don't see anything. Bitcoin W. Well, I told you about the W on Bitcoin. We have 1 hour W here. 1 hour. Was a fake out, probably. Huh? This is trying to make a W. It's trying to do something here. I think we'll fuck around, we'll SFU, and then maybe we'll do something. I don't know. But technically, we can make a double here, which I will not take. I'll just ignore. If it will be after the news, maybe, but before the news, no, thank you. Okay. Anything else? I don't think is the case. Today we have day trading with Stefan. So once a week you can get Stefan to review all the ideas you have or to ask all the questions. Go and bug Stefan as much as you can. Last time you let Stefan escape after 1 hour. That's not fair. It's fair. It's correct to do something like that. After 1 hour, Stefan to be able to say, well, I reviewed everything you asked me. Let's call it a session. That's not okay. I'm blabbing away here 5 days every day, and I'm joking, people. Do whatever you want, but if you have lower time frame, even higher time frame charts, ideas, you can ask Stefan all the questions. Yeah. Asking Stefan is like you're asking me. Yeah? It's not a difference. Stefan sometimes will have even better ideas. Yeah, a bit more aggressive, but you get the idea. In 10 minutes, Stefan, he said that we'll start the live stream. See you there. In the New York session, we'll have the open for everyone, so the stage will be open for all the Discord members. If you are not in Discord, sorry, nothing I can do about that. We still select our people really aggressively. Well, that being said, let's call it a live stream. I'll be in the chat with Stefan. Yeah. Hit the like, hit the repost if you want. Hit the dislike 2 times if you don't want. Okay? Bye-bye.